Good morning. Yes, it's still morning. I'm here. My hair's a mess, but hey, I'm here. I didn't put on any makeup because yesterday I put on makeup and my eyes like to kill me last night. So, just me. So get on in here, everybody. Let's talk about Friday. Let's talk about December. Let's talk about everything that's the stress that's happening with you. I know you're starting to feel it, so I want to calm you down because when we get stressed out, we forget things. We let things slide. We procrastinate. So we're going to put an end to that right now. So folks, get on in here. We got some fun things to do. There's my dogs barking. And I'm trying to figure out where my pamper. That's declutter. Hold on a second. Yep. I got the camera fixed. I think they did an update. Anyway, we've got little cards that we put together for Pampering Missions, which is December's habit. And I know you've been putting it off, but I want you to do something every day for pampering yourself. Every single day. Because when you don't take care of you, who will? That's the whole deal. If you don't take care of you, who will? It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to get enough sleep. It's your responsibility to, make sure you've got a good haircut so that you look the best. It's your responsibility to get your nails done. Now, I don't ever get my nails done. I have really hard fingernails, and cutting them is, I have to do it after I've been in a bathtub. I don't like to file them. It drives me nuts, the filing. But I keep my fingernails the length I like them. And if I break one, I'll cut them all off. But the main thing you have to realize is that taking care of you is the most important thing. That's what flying is all about. It really is. Finally, loving yourself is all about taking care of you, because if you don't take care of the things that you need in your life, you're not going to be available to help the rest of your family. So I want you to be hydrated. I mean, most of our missions are all about taking care of you. Eating properly, exercising, which my goal is to walk up and down the stairs every day for 10 times. And a lot of days I don't do that, but every once in a while I'll get that 10th one in. We got my own Stairmaster in my house. Taking care of you, making sure that you're drinking your water. And here it is. It's cold and flu season. Some of you don't believe in getting flu shots, but today I'm probably going to get a flu shot. Because I didn't get it for Robert's birthday because I was doing a big Thanksgiving thing. And then there's a commercial on TV about all the naysayers about flu shots. And one of them is, I don't want to get sick. Well, I really didn't want to get sick. So it hit the nail right on the head. So I'll probably get a flu shot today or tomorrow. And the main thing is taking care of me. Now, our heat's been on for probably a month now. And the air is getting dry. It's supposed to rain, but the other day I put on a big pot of water to boil for some pasta, which I don't eat often. But we had some spaghetti the other night, and I just put it on high and it was a big pot of water, and I just let it boil for about an hour till my windows fogged up. That's getting some moisture in the air. Getting that moisture in the air is going to help your sinuses to fight off germs. I'm a germphobe, and we talk about that in my new book, The Chaos Cure, which comes out in 18 days. I'm so excited. So excited for it to come out. But there's always something we can do to take care of us. Getting up and getting dressed to lace up shoes is all about you not breaking a toe and being energized with your shoes on. Let's go over the 11 commandments. I'm trying to think of them. Only doing one project at a time is all about you, because if you do 2 or 3 things at a time, nothing ever gets done. Now you can play games with yourself, with your little tiles and cards and pieces of paper, or little Post-it notes. You can play games with yourself, but it's all about having fun. I want you to love yourself. And love yourself is not just saying you love yourself. It is doing things that make you feel loved. Now, when I go back to, Robert and I were talking about our past relationships and last night as we fell asleep. And you can't compare. Today's our anniversary, by the way. We've been married 22 years. And you just can't compare those past relationships. They're based on different things, totally different things. Mine and Robert's relationship is based on a mutual respect and love and laughter. We live by 3 main rules. What doesn't matter, don't sweat the small stuff. What doesn't matter just doesn't matter. It's just plain and simple. Why get upset over spilled milk? It's just milk. To laugh every day, and that means laughing at yourself. Even if it's at yourself, laugh every day. And to love like there's no tomorrow. Those are our foundations. When you love someone, you bite your lips. You think about what's going to come out of your mouth, and then you imagine how the other person is going to feel. That's respect. And that's what love really is respecting the other person's feelings. Now, a lot of times we laugh because I'm not a real good rider in the car. Imagine that. We'll be driving down the street, and he'll make a turn, and he'll do it pretty quickly in front of another car, and I'll let out a screech, which scares him, and I try to look down at my phone or anything to keep from looking at what's going on, because I'm not a backseat driver, I'm a front seat driver, and most of the time I'd rather drive myself, but he has an electric car and he likes to save gas. That's just who he is. So he likes his little car. So I bite my tongue, but sometimes it just comes out. And if I get home after dinner and I haven't said something or eked or I tell him I get points. And he says, well, what did you get points for now? And I said, because I didn't say anything about your driving. There you have it. But we've never really had an argument. We say what we think. We do it in a respectful way. We debate things. But we don't argue, because what's the sense in arguing? The best way to stop an argument is to agree with them. Did you know that? Yeah, you're right. You may not believe it, and it may be telling a little white lie, but guess what? It stops an argument. I understand how you feel. Yep. It stops it dead in its tracks. And this is something I've had to learn, because it takes 2 people to argue. It really does. It takes 2 people to argue. So why do it? There's nothing to be gained from an argument, but there's something to be gained from compromise, There's something to be gained from listening to how somebody else feels about something. There's something to be gained by teaming up to love each other instead of tear each other down. So take care of yourself this month. Finally, many years ago, right after Robert and I first got married and I became a county commissioner, I was in a meeting and somebody asked me if I had a personal motto. And I'm thinking, well, that's stupid. But I didn't say it. Didn't say it. And then I got to thinking, what would my personal motto be? And I just blurted out. And I think this was before Fly Lady started. My personal motto was, let me see if I can get this right. Think. To find joy in everything I do, and to be a devoted, loving wife to my sweet darling. Yep, to find joy. Well, what I realized several years later was that all I need in my motto is to find joy in everything I do. That's it. Just to find joy in everything I do. Because when I find that joy in everything I do, then I am that devoted, loving wife to my sweet darling. Now, when Robert asked me to marry him, he did it in a weird sort of way. It was just, we're sitting around and he said, we've known each other for 6 weeks. I'm telling you, 6 weeks. We met on August the 22nd. I knew of him, but I didn't know him. We met at a coffee shop. And then 6 weeks later, we're on a date. And he says to me, this is looking a lot like marriage. And I went. Now, the truth be told, I knew on our very first date that I was going to marry him. I told my sister Patty that I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. And she says, you're going to jinx it. Don't do it. And I said, he's easy to talk to. I've told him things I've never told another person. And he's just easy to talk to. And so 6 weeks later, he says, this is looking a lot like marriage. What kind of engagement ring do you want? And I said, I don't need an engagement ring. We can just have some wedding bands. I'll be fine. I said, you're thinking that way too? I said, I've been thinking that way from the first day I met you. Or our first date. Not the first day I met him, but the first date. And he said, yeah. I said, I don't need an engagement ring. He said, oh yeah, you do. You need a token of my affection. And I'm just like, okay, who says that? So he spent the next week or so trying to figure out. He found, here's our wedding rings. It's a simple little setting, but at the time I was a fly fisherman. And I said, the main thing is I don't want something that sits high. I want something flat. So he set about to have a ring made. And he did. These fit together. So we have a wedding band. And so he spent 2 hours looking for the diamond that he wanted to put in it. And it's a oval shaped diamond. And he gave it to me on Halloween. And then by Thanksgiving, we got married the Saturday after Thanksgiving that year. The Thanksgiving was late, and we got married on the 30th of November. And we got married here in this house in front of our fireplace with 14 people in the room, including us. My sister Patty and Jessica were here. My geology teacher was here. A couple other people were here. And my sister-in-law did all the decorations. Where we met at the coffee shop, the lady that owned the coffee shop had us a cake made, which was my favorite, chocolate and raspberry. And it had raspberry filling, and it had edible orchids on top. It was absolutely beautiful. Maybe one day I'll show you some pictures of it. But it was just a beautiful wedding, and it was raining cats and dogs. I mean, cats and dogs. It was so much rain. And the preacher got stuck in our driveway. He backed off our driveway a little bit and sank down. I don't know how much it rained that day. But Robert had to go out there in his fedora. He has a rain hat, and in his rain trench coat with a come along, and get the preacher out of the ditch after the wedding. So we had a party with hors d'oeuvres and got married during the middle of the party. And it was just a simple little thing. Simple little wedding. 12 friends, well, it was 11 friends, a preacher, and me and Robert in front of our fireplace. My wedding dress was green velvet, green velour type thing. I think the dress cost $50. And there you have it. There you have it. Simple wedding. We got married. We didn't even go on a honeymoon because he had to be in court on Monday. So we didn't do that. We just got married. It doesn't have to be a big deal to be special. My sister made pictures and she put them in an album and put the wrong date on the album. She put November 29th. So we still laugh about that. The album's still up on the shelf. It's so funny. So, folks, every Friday is date night. This is an important time for your relationships. If you're not married, then, take one of your children out on date night. Build up your relationship. Go out with girlfriends. Just get out of the house on Friday nights. Do something fun for you. If you can't afford to go out and do something fun, then plan something inside that's special. If you don't take care of your relationship, when the kids get grown, you're not going to know who you're married to anymore because you haven't bothered to be a part of their lives. You've just been going through. You've just been putting out fires instead of kindling the relationship. So, folks, plan date night every week. Do something special. Whether it's just sitting, in front of a fire or making a special dessert. Do something wonderful. Is this Robert? Robert's not responding because he's not on Facebook. No, Robert would not respond because he is not on Facebook. So next month, December, tomorrow's my grandson's birthday. He's 16. Can you imagine? Yep, swapping babysitting with another mom is a great way to get some time with your significant other. You've got to plan that time, or you got to get it on the calendar. Do you hear me? You got to get it on the calendar. Because if you don't get it on the calendar, it's going to slip up and you're not going to, it's going to be gone. The time is going to be gone. Just think of it as putting, December's here tomorrow. Just think of it as putting little bits of money into a jar. You don't know what you're saving for, but when those kids are only with you till they're in college. And then you're empty nesters. And empty nesters have to get to know each other again. I just sent out a testimonial about our calendar and having a calendar party. Having a calendar party. And this calendar party was such a cute idea. She did it for her daughters-in-law and her mom. And she bought them all calendars, which you can get 20% off on them right now. She got them calendars and a pack of gel pens. And they sat down and they wrote down their favorite color, their favorite time of year, their favorite holiday, all these things. And then they got everybody's birthday on their calendar so they would remember them. And it was just a wonderful party that she had with her family. Now you can do it with a bunch of girlfriends, but calendars that are this wonderful, just think about it. When you've got a calendar that's this big, it's great for people that have bad eyesight, older people. And when you put the calendar in front of their face all the time, whether it's by the front door or the door they leave out of or in the kitchen on the refrigerator, we've even got magnets that hold the calendar on the refrigerator. They're really strong magnets. It's a great tool. But it's also a great clutter-free gift. Instead of the calendars with all those pretty pictures, which people get, they love them, you can hang that calendar over the top of this one, because this one is all about functionality. It's all about being able to get your schedule on the calendar. Now, one cool tool, I don't know if I have any of them here, is to use address labels, Avery address labels. 82 a page is the right size. And each little address label, you can write on the address label and put it on the calendar. And then that way, you can cover up mistakes with it. Lots of things. Say something changes. You can color code those address labels so that everybody in the family gets a different color. And your calendar becomes colorful. It becomes almost an art piece in your kitchen, on your refrigerator. So keeping your calendar where the whole family can see it and making rules. The minute you come home, you put it on the calendar. If you need to send yourself a text message of a date that needs to go on the calendar, do that while you're out. But having a paper calendar actually teaches your little children how to use a calendar. It is an amazing. Do we have any plans for our anniversary? Well, I think we might go eat sushi, but I don't know. We have a beautiful sushi restaurant here in town. And Robert doesn't much like to go to it, but I absolutely love it. I am the sushi queen after all. So we'll see. We shall see. But you never know. So getting items on your calendar is using your calendar, showing your children how you use the calendar, looking at specific dates. I mean, tomorrow's December 1st. A great way to teach your children about the birth of Jesus is to do an Advent calendar. Think about that. You're counting down every day. You put a big X on the date and use your calendar to count down to Christmas. Everybody likes a countdown to Christmas. And Advent calendars are so much fun for little kids. I know one time I gave Emily an advent calendar that was a quilt that she could hang from the banister from her upstairs loft, and each pocket had something in it. So little things, just little things. So folks, December is all about pampering yourself, and I want you to come up with 30 things, and let's start looking at them right now. I got them right here. This next month we got Pamper Missions. We're going to have Pampering Missions all the time. Okay. Do you have a hobby? Do your hobby. Get your pen and paper and start writing this stuff down. Have you got a hobby? If it's scrapbooking, set aside a time, 10 minutes every day to do a little scrapbooking. Let's see. Call a girlfriend and just talk on the phone. How often do you talk on the phone? You text all the time, but do you actually ever pick up a phone and talk? The only person I ever really talk to is Justin. Okay, let's see. Take a walk. That's pampering you. Get some lotion and put some lotion on your legs. It's dry right now. I like coconut oil. Soak your feet in Listerine and vinegar and Epsom salt. That makes you sit still for a while. Sit in a quiet place for 15 minutes. Just sit and look out the window and watch the birds. Put lotion on your feet and put some heavy socks on and let it all soak in. Do a sugar scrub for your face. Oh, this is my favorite. Take a bubble bath with candles. I keep candles in my bathtub. And I turn the lights down. I turn one little light on and I take a bubble bath with candles. Turn your bathroom into a sauna. Run some hot water and just sit and absorb the steam. Make the shower steam up the room. This is something you can do every day. Take a break. Take a break. Just set your timer for 15 minutes and just sit and take a break. Yeah, Listerine. I don't know why, but it's minty and it makes your feet feel really good. Use cuticle cream on your fingernails. If you don't have cuticle cream, chapstick works. Get a pitcher and cut up some lemons and limes and oranges and make some spa water for yourself. It just gives a little bit of flavor, and maybe add some vitamin C to it. The citrus will add some vitamin C, but you can put a scoop of just ascorbic acid in there. I buy it by the 2-pound canister. Have a picnic. I know it doesn't sound like picnic weather, but you can have a picnic anywhere in the house, in front of the fireplace, any place. Have a little picnic. This is not my cup of tea, but here it is. Go for a run. Those of you who run, Tammy, you know who you are. Here's another one. Go for a bike ride. Get out in the neighborhood with your children and go for a bike ride. And if you have a pool or the Y, go for a swim. And this is what I like to do. I like to go for a hike. Okay. Turn on some music and dance around your house. And this is a pampering mission that a lot of people can do that I can't do. Just a spritz of perfume. That's all. Just a little spritz of perfume can make people feel good. I like lavender oil, but even that can be too strong for me. Now, this is a fun mission. This is a fun mission here. Build yourself a pamper bag. I bought some really cheap tote bags on Amazon that are hot pink. But you've got tote bags everywhere. Start putting together a tote bag of some your favorite music. Maybe it's a CD that you still have if you have a CD player. And maybe it's some nail polish. Maybe it's a journal that you can write in. Just come up with things that would, a favorite book that you like to read, just to sit and read for 15 minutes. Just put together a pamper bag of all your favorite things. Maybe it's a manicure set. I have a manicure set at my vanity. I also have one right by my chair, so that if I want to clip my nails or whatever, it's right there handy if I've got a hangnail. But put together this pamper bag so that you have this stuff readily available to you. My favorite thing to do is to listen to a book. I started listening to a Nicholas Sparks book, and I know it's going to make me cry, but I started listening to it just a while ago. Listen to a book. Sit and read a book. Now, here's a good one to do next time you're in the shower is take a little extra time and condition your hair. Just a really good conditioner on your hair. This is fun. Pamper. Do 15 minutes and moisturize your face and read a book at the same time. I know right now our feet are being neglected, so take a little time and paint your toes. Now, this is something we learned. Robert said something the other day. I wonder how long that lady has to how many times she has to brush her hair every day. Well, when I was little, we would count 100 to brush our hair, and my hair was really long, really long. 100 strokes. Now, go outside. Even in the winter, this is fun. Go outside, sit in a chair, and bundle up if it's cold where you are, and just listen. Just listen to what's going on outside. Turn on some good music. There's Christmas music going on right now. I mean, those of you who have Alexas, you can just tell it to play Christmas music. You know, fun music to listen to. If you like to file your fingernails, file your fingernails. Girls' night out. This is a good one. And I ordered last night. I ran out of Epsom salt. I have some downstairs in the basement, but I have this. It's called Epsom Soak that I use all the time. I buy it in 20-pound packages. Go take an Epsom salt bath. You get magnesium in your body. It's good stuff. If you like to knit or crochet, then sit and put your knitting and crocheting or needlepoint in your pamper bag so that you can sit and have something to do. Okay, scrub your knees and elbows with our little pink rags. This could be a Pamper Mission, our little pink rags. I took some to my hairdresser the other day for taking her makeup off. She's going to take some pictures for me. These little pink rags are just amazing for taking your makeup off, for exfoliating your skin, knees and elbows. And this is a fun thing to do. Somebody wrote a book on this. A gratitude journal. Write down the things you're thankful for every day in your journal. Date it, and it'll be wonderful to look back on the simple little things that you're happy for and thankful for. Now, this is one of my favorite things to do. Is watch a chick flick. Last weekend I did not watch any news last weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, I turned on the Hallmark Channel and watched the Hallmark Channel till I was sick of it. And here we've done. I've gone through all of them. I don't know if there's 30 here, but there's a bunch of them. Some of them we need to do every day. I keep dental floss and these little tiny toothbrushes right by my chair so that if I keep my teeth brushed and my mouth feeling fresh, I don't want to eat. So it's one of the things I learned many years ago. So I keep that right by my chair. Take care of you. If you don't take care of you, who will? And, here it is. This past week, this past Wednesday, I went and got my hair cut. And we sat down at their computer and we made appointments for the whole next year, except for December of next year, because December next year is on my hairdresser day. December 25th is on a Wednesday, so we've got to pick another day, but we figured we would do that closer to the time. I made my hair appointments for a whole year. A whole year. It's done. And they're on my calendar, and I'm so happy that it's all done. So, folks, pamper yourself. Put together some pamper cards for you. Little slips of paper to remind you to do it. Put it on your calendar to pamper yourself. Take some time for you every day, because your batteries run out. If you this week I was chatting with my niece Jessica, and she says, it's just 10 o'clock and I'm sleeping. I said, go to bed. Your body's telling you need to sleep. Listen to your body. If you feel like, if you're cold, go get in a hot tub of water or a shower and put on some warm jammies. It's all about taking care of you. I wear my shoes all day. So when it gets to the evening, I want to put on my house slippers because that's when I need to rest and relax. Have a pair of house shoes that are warm and snuggly. Have a robe that's warm and snuggly. Take care of you. But in the morning, you get up and get dressed to those lace-up shoes. You'll be raring to go. Take some time for you every day. Every day. Even 5 minutes is better than that. My watch tells me every so often to just breathe. Taking some deep breaths and breathing. It tells me to get up off my butt too. And I've been sitting here too long. I love you all. We've got some wonderful things to do. We don't feel like you're behind. We've had a week's worth of holiday missions going, the super cruising missions. But hey, jump in where you are. We've got 25 days till Christmas. Let's get some stuff done. This past week, I ordered a big roll of plaid wired ribbon. And that's what I'm going to wrap all my presents in, is brown craft paper with this wired ribbon. I love it. I may put my Christmas tree up today. I'm not feeling like a great big Christmas tree this year, but I'm going to have a little one. I'm going to have a little one. Because I have a little one and I have a big one. So folks, have some fun. It's date night. It's clean out your car day. It's clean out your purse day. Okay, let's have fun cleaning out our purses today, right now. I want everybody. Why am I called the Fly Lady? Well, many years ago, now while I'm telling this story, I want everybody to clean out their purses. And I want you to post the strangest thing you find in your purse. You got that? Because having your purse organized is really a blessing to you. It is. It really is a blessing to you. So many years ago, I used to teach, as I told you earlier, I used to teach fly fishing, and that's why Robert gave me this ring. It's flat, and it would not get in, and my fly line is about the size of this string here, but a little more flexible, and it wouldn't get caught on my fly line. And when I first got on the internet, somebody said, "Well, you need a nickname," and this is before we ever started our website or anything. And so I was fly lady on a message board for Pam and Peggy, and somebody said, "Well, you fly fish, fly lady." Well, somebody several years after that came up with an acronym for us. And our acronym is Finally Loving Yourself. Now, isn't that sweet? Finally Loving Yourself. Finally Loving Yourself. So, folks, that's what flying's all about, is loving yourself, taking care of you. And December is a gift for you. So let's get our hair appointments made. And yesterday I told you what I wanted for Christmas was to send my nephew a Christmas card in prison. I don't think he can receive Christmas cards, but you could write him a letter. You could write him a little letter and encourage him. Just a little note on a piece of paper and stick it in an envelope. And that was just, a great way to encourage him this holiday season, because he's had a rough year. He's lost, and do this for other people that have lost loved ones this year. I mean, I lost my sister. He lost his mother. So, folks, reach out and touch somebody in ways that you don't usually do it. I can't text my nephew. He's in prison, but I can send him a letter. So let's love each other. Let's reach out to other people, and let's, clean out our purses. So please, what's the funniest thing you found? Somebody found turkey bugs. They can receive Christmas cards. Well, that's good to know. I'm looking for funny things they found in their purse. Just encourage one another. That's the main thing. The fly shop, the last day to order from the fly shop is the 18th. Somebody asked me yesterday how long our sale on our complete cleaning package will be. And I'm going to keep it up till the first of the year. Oh, wait, swipe. I don't know what Nancy's saying because I can't see it. Let's see if I can find it. A chicken feather. Are you been tying flies? Because we use chicken feathers to tie flies. I can't find what Nancy said. Chicken feather. Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. A couple of receipts. Let me, here we are. We're going to be starting a new year in a month. Get an old notebook. And if you itemize your deductions and things, which a lot of us don't anymore, but you want to save your receipts, take an old notebook and some Scotch tape and just tape the receipts in the notebook. The notebook's all used up, but just tape the receipts over all the writing in the pages, or use a new notebook. But tape the receipts in this notebook, and then it's there somewhere. And if you do it each month, as you go through the notebook, you know that the first month is January, and date the top of the page. Oh, good job, Melissa, for keeping yours clean. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Funniest thing in my handbag. Y'all are too cute. Too cute. I can't unpin it. Okay. Finding feathers out is like finding an angel's been there. So if you have a bird that loses feathers, dropping feathers out of your purse when just out on the street could be fun for people. That's fun. Well, folks, how about baking some cookies? Let's get ready for the cookie baking season and making some stuff. I've done a lot of recipes online on our YouTube page, so you can go see them all. I've done cookies. I haven't baked the cookies yet, but I've made my cookie dough. Okay, folks, we need to say a prayer for Alaska. They just got hit with an earthquake. 6.7. That's huge. So let your kids tape those receipts in. You'll have fun with it. See, you can bake your cakes ahead of time too. And just put the layers in the freezer. Take them out of the freezer and you can ice it easily. And then there you have it. Your Christmas cake is done. Justin likes an amalgamation cake, so I may do that this next week, is get the cake made, so then all I have to do is the icing. Homemade pound cake, oh, that makes me hungry. I have a friend that bakes pound cakes for people, and what better cake is there than a pound cake? Everybody likes a pound cake. I like lemon ones, I like buttermilk pound cakes. It's all kinds of pound cakes. What is an amalgamation cake? It's a jam cake. It has lots of, it's just a spice jam cake. If you do a search for amalgamation cake, you'll probably find my friend Martha's a page. She has a blog page where she makes them, and it is the best cake ever. It's just a really festive cake. I think my question got lost. We're traveling for 6 hours. Caitlin, I can't see it all. I don't know what the question is. We're traveling for 6 hours to Colorado. I need ideas to keep 7 and 2-year-old entertained. There are some board games you can get on Amazon. One fun thing to do is punch buggy, finding Volkswagens or counting sheep. One time we went, Patty and Michelle and Laura and I went to Texas, and we counted, this is a funny story, we counted crosses on churches, crosses in cemeteries. We counted crosses, and I don't know what our count was by the time it started out being the crosses beside the road that people put when someone's had an accident or when a police officer has died at a spot. Yes, and giraffes too. We were down at shrine in Alabama, and we went to this shrine and we saw this giraffe in a yard, and then we started counting giraffes, and we never saw another giraffe until we had dropped Patty off in Chattanooga, and we were coming the back way home on Highway 64. and we saw a giraffe at a concrete place, and Michelle and Laura and I stopped and made a selfie with this giraffe because we had never seen another giraffe the whole time. So it was fun. So count fun stuff. Count if you've got to do a lot of traveling. Count manger scenes. Count nativity scenes. Count Christmas trees. You could have a fun count. Somebody's got to keep up with it though, because you'll forget. I mean, I think we got into the 400s or 500s of crosses, which I thought was a nice thing. So folks, just have some fun, spend some time, break your trip down and do little things so that you're not sitting for 6 hours. Stop every 2 hours and get out and walk around the house, walk around the car, and just, maybe have a picnic somewhere along the way and just enjoy the time together. Make it memorable, because that's what the kids are gonna remember. Okay, I have to check what that is. Fly Lady started in 1999, so our 20th anniversary is another year away. I'm trying to read the comments that I'm just not having any luck seeing the comments and answering the questions. Anyway, have fun. I think I need a road trip. It's been 2 years since I've been on a big road trip. I like road trips. See y'all later. Love you. Thanks for all the anniversary wishes. Bye.